The Deathworld classification was a joke until humans survived their paradise planet. The Galactic Concord prided itself on its meticulous classifications of habitable planets. Every world was ranked on the Deathworld scale, from gentle Class 1 Edens to lethal Class 10 hellscapes where even microbes were predators. Civilizations avoided the high-rank worlds for obvious reasons. No species could survive them for long. That was the theory. The humans ruined it. The joke. At first, humans were a curiosity. Their homeworld, Earth, was a Class 8, an impossible rating for a species that had developed agriculture, metallurgy, and starflight without going extinct a dozen times. Your planet is a statistical error, an Urali xenobiologist once told Captain Lynn Morales at a diplomatic summit. You should not exist. Morales had just laughed. We get that a lot. The joke spread. Whenever humans entered a room, someone inevitably muttered, "Careful, they come from a death world." It was always said half in jest, half in awe. The Concord thought they understood humans then. Hardy, scrappy, adaptable. But not dangerous. That assumption held until the Concord discovered Pralith. 2. The Paradise Planet. Pralith was beautiful. Its atmosphere was perfectly breathable, its seas teeming with fish, its forests thick with flowering vines. Gravity matched galactic standard. Radiation negligible. Weather cycles stable. A textbook Class 1 paradise. And yet, every expedition sent there vanished. The Katheri surveyors never returned. The Shoral colonists' distress beacon cut off mid-scream. Even the warlike Gorth tried dropping shock troops, only to have them vanish in days. The Concord was baffled. Their sensors showed no anomalies. No toxins in the air. No predators on scans larger than a house cat. They whispered of curses. Of planetary spirits. The Concord Council finally decided, we must send the Deathworlders. The humans. 3. The mission. Captain Lynn Morales didn't like the assignment. Her crew, the Artemis, was small but seasoned. Marines, scientists, explorers. Survivors. When the briefing ended, she muttered to her first officer, Raj Singh, "We're being used as bait." He grinned. "Yeah, but if anyone's gonna chew through the hook, it's us." The Artemis descended through Pralitha's skies and touched down in a meadow of golden grass. Birds with iridescent wings wheeled overhead. The air smelled of honey. The scientists swooned. "Perfect ecosystem balance," Dr. Kovacs whispered. "This is utopia." The humans set up camp. They deployed drones, mapped the terrain, tested the water. Everything came back clean. Too clean. 4. The first night. That night, Morales couldn't sleep. The camp was quiet, too quiet. On Earth, even in the dead of night, there was always noise, chirping insects, rustling leaves, the distant growl of something hunting. Life announcing itself. Here, the silence was absolute. At 0200, Private Alvarez, on watch, vanished. One moment his biosignal blinked steady on Morales' wrist display. The next, gone. No sound. No struggle. Just gone. The search revealed nothing. No footprints. No blood. His rifle lay on the ground, safety still on. Morales' gut went cold. Something was very wrong with this paradise. The hunter that wasn't. By dawn, 3 more were missing. Always alone, always outside the tight circle of floodlights. The scientists panicked. "We must evacuate," Kovacs pleaded. Morales shook her head. "Evac to where? Whatever's here will follow." Raj Singh studied the readings. Sensors pick up nothing bigger than rabbits. Yet something's taking people. The humans adjusted. They set tripwires, cameras, mines. They moved in squads, never alone. They ate in silence, listening to the vast stillness pressing in. On the third night, the trap worked. A perimeter mine detonated. The humans rushed in, rifles raised. And there, caught in the blast radius, was nothing. No body. No tracks. Only shredded grass and a faint distortion, like heat rising off pavement. Dr. Kovacs whispered, "Camouflage?" Morales said, "No. Something worse." 6. Understanding. The breakthrough came when Raj Singh noticed the stars. "Captain," he said quietly, "the constellations shift every night. Too fast." It wasn't the stars moving, it was them. The planet itself shifted around them. Landmarks warped, forests rearranged. Even time seemed slippery. Pralith wasn't paradise. It was a predator. Not a creature, not in the way most species understood, but the whole planet acting as one. Its perfect ecosystem wasn't designed for balance. It was designed for luring in prey. To comfort. To disarm. And then to consume. 7. The human response. Most species would have despaired. The Concorde had. But humans. They grinned. Because this was just another Deathworld. Different flavor, same rules. And they had grown up in a place where oceans swallowed ships, jungles concealed venom, and even the weather killed. Captain Morales gathered her crew. "All right, listen up. This place thinks it's a hunter. Fine. We'll show it what real predators do." They stopped playing defense. 8. Turning the tables. The humans built firewalls, literal fire, encircling their camp in roaring lines of flame. The planet tried to shift terrain to snuff it out, but the humans adapted, feeding the blaze with accelerants. They dug trenches filled with spikes and explosives, daring the landscape to rearrange itself. They used themselves as bait, marching openly into meadows, then ambushing whatever distortion shimmered too close. When Pralith warped their maps, they started leaving markers not on the ground but in the sky, drones hovering in formation, laser grids projected against the clouds. The planet learned. The humans learned faster. It became a duel. A hunt. And for the first time in galactic history, Pralith began to lose. 9. The revelation. After 3 weeks, the Artemis was still standing. Most of the crew alive. Supplies low but spirits burning. Then the planet changed tactics. It spoke. Not in words, but in impressions, dreams, hallucinations, whispers in the dark. Promises of safety, warmth, reunion. Dead relatives appearing at the edge of camp, smiling, beckoning. Some of the younger Marines broke. Walked into the dark, never to return. But the veterans only spat. "Try harder," Raj Singh growled at the phantom of his dead brother. Morales, exhausted, realized the truth. Pralith wasn't evil. It was just hungry. It had evolved to be the galaxy's ultimate predator. Every part of it, from microbes to forests, was an organ in one vast body. It didn't hate them. It simply wanted to eat. And humans, perversely, respected that. The ending. At last, the Artemis transmitted their report to the Concorde. Pralith is not Class 1. Recommend immediate reclassification. Class 12. The first and only of its kind. Planetary-level predator organism. Hostile. Avoid at all costs. The Council reeled. Class 12 does not exist, they protested. Captain Morales just smiled, scarred and weary. It does now. The Concorde asked the inevitable question, and how did you survive? Morales leaned forward into the holofeed, eyes cold. Same way we always do. We fought back. 11. Epilogue. The galaxy never laughed at the Deathworld joke again. Because when even a paradise planet, the galaxy's most perfect trap, failed to consume them, everyone realized the horrifying truth. Humans weren't just survivors of their own Deathworld. They were the predators that Deathworlds themselves learned to fear.